Have you ever had so much mulch you don't quite know what to do with it? I'm kind of in that situation now where I've kind of asked for mulch and I got mulch. Lots and lots of mulch. Well, good morning guys. Another fine day in the forest today. The sun has come out, graced us with its appearance. It's a great day in the bush. It's always a great day in the bush when it's, mild and it's not raining. Things around here have been piling up. We've got things to do. We just don't seem to have enough time ever to do them. So today is going to be all about buttoning off, checking off those things off the list that we've got to do that we've been kind of putting off. Literally piles of stuff to do. On top of the honey-do list, I've got some things I got to do inside. I didn't quite finish the chinking the other week. So I'm back here. I've got a little bit of chinking left to do. I've got the top 3 layers of chinking and basically this whole back wall I've got to do. So that's a little bit of a chore. No big deal. It'll probably go pretty quick. So that's kind of on the list too. And also I got to deal with the root cellar issue. And overall housekeeping, we gotta deal with the piles first. So we're gonna head on up, upper level. We've got to deal with the trails. My trails have been kind of a bone of contention with me because they've been kind of muddy. They haven't really got the attention they deserve. They kind of need some sort of topping or mulch. So I got my buddy over at JL Tree Service. He has decided to start dropping off mulch here, or tree, from the chipper. So I've got to move it. I got to make trails. I can't leave it any longer. I must move mulch. Once I got my piles sorted out, I think I got to deal with the rainwater collection system. Get that, make sure that's online, maintained, and working. So it did survive the winter. As you guys can see, it's still on there. There was some doubt of whether or not it was going to last the winter, if the snow was going to rip it off the building. There it is, still standing. Amazing, really. No, I didn't doubt it one bit. Water tote still seems to be collecting water. So I gotta get that online, make sure it's all cleaned out. Maybe have a look inside just to take a little peek. So anyways, got lots of stuff on the list, but we're gonna start by pushing some mulch. I got mulch in my underwear. Oh, I'm gonna be picking that out for a while. This is the good stuff. This is the mostly trunkwood, little branches of mulch. And this is what's gonna be my glorious, glorious trail. Say goodbye to mud. Say hello to Mr. Chip. So it gets really muddy and slick when it's rain. So the plan is to take all the mulch that I have up there and bring it down here and give myself a nice trail, nice soft trail. Keep the mud down, keep myself clean when I come down here, and especially the tractor, tires and whatnot. Anytime you can keep yourself out of the mud, makes everything a little bit better. Gives you some traction too. I've kind of already started a little bit. I've pushed some piles around. The problem I'm having right now is that the piles are coming too quickly and I can't actually push them out quick enough. So I've got to get that one out of the road because there's more chips coming. They just keep coming. And you got to find time in order to push them around. So that's the plan. Where's the squirrel? Can you see the squirrel? Is it a chipmunk? Well guys, there you have it. My yellow chip road is complete. I'm not the best operating heavy equipment, but I try. I don't got thousands of hours of experience using. I got that tractor a couple years ago, so I don't think I'm doing too bad. Like, I do watch a channel of the Andrew Cameretta property maintenance guy, and he has got the knack. You know what? You watch his stuff, and it's just like easy peasy, and everything's smooth. And I you gotta attribute that to thousands of hours of operation. I found the best method for me was to get the stuff close and then use a rake. That's the easiest way I could think of doing it. You know, besides, you know, the imminent danger of actually getting too big of a load there with the bucket and tipping over, because it is kind of slanted there. So. What's shaking? You want some food? Hey, what do you think? You want some food? Remove your food bowl. Well, the pigs are doing great. What I'm learning is that it doesn't matter what time of day you give them food. They always seem like they've never had food and they're going to eat it all immediately as soon as you give it to them. So I don't think you can give them too much food. I think they will eat until they explode. Well, they'll probably just eat until they're full, but I don't think I have enough kitchen scraps in order to you know, make them full off this kitchen scraps. So I do give them kibble, which is those little pellets, hog feed. Top them up on that, but they do enjoy their kitchen scraps. Hey buddies, hey, what do you think? Yep, they do like their kitchen scraps. They are digging a little bit near that far side. I'm not too concerned about it. They've got a long way to go. Seem to be entertained. I don't know. Hey, no? Yeah, they're just having their breakfast. Delicious. I've been throwing leaves and sticks and grass and sort of stuff in there, and they seem to be enjoying that as well. They just kind of play around, throw some sticks around. I was in town last night and going out for dinner, and I actually saw a dumpster, and the gentleman there was like, yeah, grab whatever you want. And they had a whole bunch of edging for ceramic tile and some metal edging for ceramic tile as well. And it's like, yeah, grab whatever you want. You know, it's better to reuse it, right? So I don't necessarily need that right now, but it's good to have it on hand. And there was also a piece of 636 pipe, and if you don't know what that stuff is, that's venting for hot water tanks and furnaces. So that stuff's worth 35 bucks a piece. So I grabbed it. I don't know when I'll ever use it, if I will, but I got a place for it. So it's kind of like having your own little general store. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, and especially have to buy it. That sort of stuff is good to have on hand. And there's a vent. So I found a vent, which is cool because I need that for the root cellar. I just need one more. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open for one more, and then we're gonna make sure that thing is vented. Mix, mix, mix all day long. Mix, mix, mix while I sing this song. For the dust. That's right, don't inhale the dust. Next up on the punch list is finishing off the chinking, which we're gonna mix in our mortar. We've got 1 part Portland, 3 parts sand, and we're mixing like 3 batches up, so that's 9 parts of each. That's not right. 3 parts Portland, 9 parts sand. It's a lot of math there. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're finishing off the chinking, because then I'll have substantial completion. Those are like, you know, industry terms of when you get paid, when you have substantial completion. Oh, come on, where's the lights? Oh, my phone's ringing. Nobody's home. Nobody's home. Well, hang on. Oh, they wanted to clean my air ducts. Well, you know, does everybody get those phone calls? They always want to clean my ducts. I should really try to filter all those guys out that want to clean my air ducts. Hello, duct cleaning? We clean your ducts. I got no ducts. Yeah, anyways, so what I was saying is we have to put more chinking in these little areas here. But as you can see, it took, we're about a week out for the stuff to dry, but this stuff's solid as a rock. There's no even hairline cracks. It's very solid. It's bridged the gap. Nothing. It's actually perfectly stable, which I am very impressed with, very pleased with. You can see even on the outside, there's no hairline cracks or anything. It's perfect. Perfect. I'm impressed with that. So again, big shout out and a big thank you to the outsider. He was instrumental in convincing me to use wire lath, which I was like, that's crazy. But instead we did use it and it worked out great. Even the backside, we've got no hairline cracks or anything. I think this is going to last many, 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 many years. How's the mixing gone, Don?
I think it's almost ready, although it may be a little too dry for your liking.
That's right. I like it a little wetter because I can push it into the lath a little easier and you don't require that much force. So I kind of want it more like, not necessarily tomato soup. How do I want it? Like a smoothie.
Almost like pouring.
Like pouring cement. I want more like a chocolate milkshake, a thick chocolate milkshake than, I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. Don's gonna make that all chocolate milkshakey. I see you got a Montreal Expos hat going.
Yes, because my other Winnipeg Jets hat, like the team, was starting to stink. So I thought I'd change hats.
That's right. He's going on Montreal. So they're playing tonight. They're playing tonight in the finals, right? They were playing for the Stanley Cup tonight.
No.
Aren't they? Still the semis.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Cup final.
Okay. So if they win tonight, they go on to play the Stanley Cup. I don't watch a lot of hockey. I play hockey, but don't watch it. So, anyways, I was just gonna show you guys a little bit of the pond. The pond is looking very pond-like. I guess the frogs have come in and they've laid their eggs, and the eggs have developed into, I used to call them like pollywogs, but they're not called pollywogs, they're like tadpoles. Tadpoles for frogs. So we should have a whole bunch of frogs any day now. Chris has got his little fish feeder going on there, his bug light and his whippersnipper doohickey. You can check it out on his channel, Wooded Beardsman, if you want to see him whippersnip flies and moths and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. Anyways, let's get task at hand is to get this parging in so we can get this off our punch list and move on to the next project. No, we got 3 more rows left. Have you devised a system that works better?
Yeah, I kind of like chucking it in and then you go back and smooth it out.
Look at that.
You live and learn, right?
The next cabin. It is going in there pretty good. All you gotta do is smooth that thing out now. Show us one more time. Look at that. The old mud chucking technique. That's good. It's good looking. I know there's going to be some guys out there saying, why didn't you put insulation between the chinking? And the reason why I didn't is because I did not want to trap moisture between 2 impermeable surfaces. Because what's going to happen with the concrete or the mortar, the chinking on both sides, is that if water ever gets in there and it has somewhere to live, let's say something like spray foam or even, let's say, Roxol insulation, what it's going to do is going to sit there and linger on top of the log. And I think what's going to do is going to take a path of least resistance, it's going to work itself into the log, and I believe it's going to rot our log over time. So I'm leaving it to dry out naturally. This is sort of the same idea when they built double brick homes. What they did was they put 1 layer of brick, they put an airspace, and then they put another layer of brick. And that allowed basically an airspace. So the airspace acts as insulation. Anytime you can trap air in a space, it acts as insulation. So it gives you a barrier from the hot and the cold. Synthetic chinking. There is a type of caulking that you can put between logs. It is the ultra modern version for log cabin. I did look into that sort of stuff and I determined it is cost prohibitive. It would have been thousands of dollars to put synthetic chinking in this tiny little cabin. This isn't my primary residence. This is an occasional cabin that you may or may stay at. It's going to have an oversized fireplace in it, so I don't think it'll ever have a hard time heating this thing up. We're going to give it a whirl, and if it doesn't work, we can always revisit this later. What about the monitor that? You think somebody came and lived here?
Bean.
Get down in that hole, Bean.
Yeah, fine. Go
Find
get
it.
him.
What's
Go
that?
get him. Or maybe I'm completely wrong because it doesn't even take a whiff.
Bean is not a foxhound.
Bean, what's down here?
Go in the hole. Go in the hole. What do you think, Bean? Nothing? Go, find it. Go in there. What'd you see? Did you see anything, Bean?
Take the camera, Bean.
Take the camera. Go inside that hole. We gotta send a RC car up there. I don't know. It does look like a home for something. Hopefully a skunk doesn't fly out of there.
Oh, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Dawn either thinks it's a skunk or a groundhog or something's making a house. Bean stuck her nose in there and didn't kind of keep going, so I don't know. As we monitor, hopefully it's not a skunk, because that would suck. I'd have a skunk in there. Resident skunk. Well, no, it didn't smell. Usually skunk houses smell like skunk. All right, we're mixing our last batch. We actually, we ended up using 3 bags of Portland, which isn't terrible because the Portland bags were about 15 bucks a piece, so we're at 30, 45. We're $45 in Portland. I had some sand laying around, so really, this is a very cost-effective way at chinking. The wire lath, I think, was the most expensive part. So, anyways, that's where we're at monetarily on the chinking process. Dawn's last batch. This is exciting. Last batch. You're excited, right, Dawn?
Yeah, now that we know how to do it.
That's right. Now that we had to do it, we can do another one. I'm thinking a cordwood cabin. What do you think of cordwood cabin? Is it on your list?
I think it might be down there somewhere.
Don's got a bucket list of things that he would like to do. I don't know if a cordwood cabin. We've been talking about a cordwood cabin a little while because we got a lot of dead standing little logs. And if you don't know what a cordwood cabin is, it's using what looks like firewood to build walls of the cabin. You kind of set them like bricks. Well, guys, I'm pretty happy on how this thing all turned out. We've got everything chinked up. Everything's ready for the inside finishing. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that. That might be like a, you know, cooler weather sort of project. But we've got some more exciting things on tap. Next up on my to-do list is venting in the root cellar. It's jam season, meaning strawberry jam. We are in the process of canning it and preserving it. The wife's doing it. She needs a spot for it. So I'm going to clean out the root cellar, add some much needed venting. We're going to have a look at inside to see, well, I'll give you guys an update. I've been in here a couple times. The door's sticking. Okay, we got to fix that. Anyways. Ta-da! Root cellar. Okay, so what the plan on this is to actually install a vent on the top and the bottom. What I'm going to use for that is these. These are, I think these are actually vents for root cellars. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I did find some other ones that I was going to use, but they look too much like a dryer vent. So these guys I can probably conceal a little bit better. Make it non-conspicuous? Inconspicuous, that's the word. So, but first, maybe I'm going to paint them. Part can of brown spray paint. And again, if I had something color matched in a perfect world, but I'm not going to buy a whole can of spray paint. I had this stuff laying around. Probably somebody else bought it, didn't want it. I was doing a clean out and they're like, yeah, want some paint? And I went, yeah, sure. So, I forgot my pencil. Ah! A blast from the past, isn't it? I use a stick.
Ooh, big fish on. Oh, these things got huge, dude.
Look how big that thing is. We have a net?
Oh, beach them.
Oh.
Dude, all that hard work, we made them fat.
Look at that fish. That's a big fish.
Hey, no kidding. They doubled in size since we put them in here. For
That's
sure.
crazy.
Oh. Look at that. That doubled in size for sure since we put it in. 100%. It's crazy.
Uh-oh. You gotta go back in the pond. It's not always the case when your brother is fishing and you're doing all the work. Anyways, the slight rain delay. I don't think the rain's gonna last very long, so I'm just gonna wait it out. And then we'll install those vents. It's gotta dry anyways, so. Well guys, I almost forgot on my to-do list, I had the rainwater collection system I wanted to put back online. So what a great opportunity. It's raining. I can make it work all at the same time. I think there was a little bit of plug in the filter itself, so I'm gonna set it up so it's cleaned out and it works. Because I maybe have some guests coming by, so might as well get that thing up and running. Oh, she's full. That was my filter was plugged, so give that a clean. So I got my end clean out cap and it was made out of a cedar plug and it goes to the end of it and it makes it really convenient to clean this thing out. So if you look, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but we can go to the end of the pipe and you can kind of see the crud that's in there. And I'm just going to work my way along there and clean out the sludge. But like after an entire year worth of stuff, that is not very much sludge in an eave trough. So once we get that cleaned out, it should be up and ready to go. Well, the stick's not working very well to clean that thing out because there's screws going through the trough every once in a while. So I've got another plan. When I originally designed the system, my thoughts were to put something at the end of that and blow everything out the other side. So I got my leaf blower, my power pack, and I'm gonna do that. Wish me the best. Well guys, I think that worked pretty good. Clean as a whistle. Look it down the pipe. Can you see anything in there? Oh, you could drink out of that guy. Well, we still won't drink it. This is rainwater collection for cleaning stuff. So we got our clean water coming in there. We got it into our IBC tote for storage, and then we got it pumped into the cabin for later use. You gotta wash your hands?
Wash my hands.
Well, he's cleaning fish. That's a big trout.
So that's, I would say, taking it, gutting it, it's obviously a lot smaller, but I'd say like it gained like 30–40% of its body mass in 2 months.
That's crazy.
So now you know what the potential is if you get that pond dug deep properly. You can put 50, 100 fish in there, and that's lots of meals you can get out of that pond. But
yeah.
As is, it's a little muddy, so I think you're gonna have to get rid of those other 3 fish soon there.
That's right.
I didn't know, you didn't know they were still alive, did you?
Well, I had my doubts. So it is getting to the point in the season where the water level is dropping.
And it's muddy.
Well, it's silt.
Not good for trout.
Well, the trout seem to be okay.
Yeah, but how long?
Yeah, that's true. We don't want to wait.
Them, how long are you going to be okay? And they may be like, well, like 3 or 4 more days. You don't know. All of a sudden, it's like a switch.
Yeah.
Oxygen levels decline, and then the fish struggle and they die.
That's why we got our aerator. Anyways, so that is a legitimate concern, and we have to deal with that. So, but first, we have to actually take the fish out of the pond because we can't do anything while the fish are in the pond. I've been waiting for that moment to get rid of the fish. He edits the video, so he's gonna find that out. Anyways, task at hand. We're always doing something, right? So the rainwater collection system is back online. I'm just gonna let that drain for a little bit longer. Well, I think that's all you need to do for your annual rainwater collection system maintenance. So it's ready for the 3 seasons that come ahead. Again, this water is not for drinking. It is more of a washing system. And you should also treat it kind of like pool water. So it doesn't hurt to put a little bit of Javex chlorine in there every once in a while to keep your water fresh and free of smelling. So anyways, that's it. So now all we gotta do is wait for it to fill up. It is supposed to rain for the next couple of days, so I don't know if I'll actually be able to post how much we collect, but there's a 1,000-liter tote over there, so we'll see how much we get. And I might as well give you guys a little bit of a tour. I don't know if you guys have been inside this cabin. Oh, this is the main off-grid cabin. By off-grid, we got our power pack over there powering it. So as you guys can see, everything seems to be good. There were a lot of skeptical people out there when they're like, why would you drywall an off-grid cabin? Well, I say, why wouldn't you drywall an off-grid cabin? It is a perfect substrate to have an off-grid cabin. Everything seems to be good. There doesn't even seem to be any nail pops, which is a testament to the wood we were using, because we did build this out with green lumber. By green, I mean it wasn't particularly dry when we built it, and we let it sit and dry out. A lot of the times when people were building homes back in the day, what they would do is they would close up a house, so stick frame the entire house, and they let it sit for a couple of months, 6 months, 5 months, whatever. They would let it sit, and what that would do is it would dry out in place. Now, with the factory building you see now, so the stick frame houses, what happens is they put them up so quick and they don't let them settle. They don't let them dry out. They don't let them acclimatize to the natural environment before they close them in. They just close, bang, bang, bang. And that's why a lot of new homes, when you see them a couple of months after they've been built, drywall, painted, everything's moved in, you start seeing the nail pops. And the reason why is because everything's drying out after the fact. So this, as you can see, it's been here for, I think this is going on year 3. Where, you know, all the windows still open, all the doors still closed, the nails, pops aren't really non-existent, and you know, you can't see any of the seams or anything. Anyways, I'm rambling, too much rambling, not enough doing. Got to do a couple more things. Bud. Well, the sky opened up and it's not stopping anytime soon. Liquid sunshine. My tractor's sad. Doesn't see the rain very often, but it's sad today. So the, as it turns out, the grills that I have painted, they don't look terrible. They do stand out. So there shouldn't be a feature. They should just kind of blend in and disappear. So I think I'm gonna take these guys up and give them paint, some color match paint maybe. I've got the holes now, so I can actually bring the holes with me to actually get a match, because I want those things to kind of disappear. I don't want them to be blatantly obvious, but otherwise got the floor cleaned up. I'm gonna look for a plastic runner. That's gonna go down the center, just keep it off the floor, and then hopefully we won't get the mud collection. So in the meantime, I'm just going to leave this guy open, and we're going to call this a success, because on a side note, I'm probably also going to address the fact that there's just mud out front, because it's, how do you keep something clean when there's just mud out in front of your door? I'm going to add some wood chips when it, bada bing, bada boom. You'll probably have to see that on the next one, because this one's running a little long, but anyways, success, partial success, rain delay.